Good morning. It is February 10th, 2022. Coming to you raw. Happy Black History Month. This is my Black History vibes today. Got my dashiki on, my little earrings. But I just wanted to come briefly with a word that's just sitting in my spirit. As I was just talking to some of my sisters, and I just want to share with you to use what you have. That is the word for the day. Like, so many times we so many times we get stuck of someone who is, a lot of times we are dealing with anxiety, we're dealing with depression, we're dealing with those various mental health issues. But instead of owning them as a challenge that we have, we need to reword it, we need to reframe it, and we need to use it, we need to say it as we're overcoming them. So I am overcoming anxiety. I am recovering from anxiety. We need to reframe those things instead of just accepting these things as our challenge that we have. So with that being said, a lot of times, anxiety can show up in so many different ways. And for me personally, and then just other people around me too, like, I know that it shows up many ways, like, not taking initiative to do things, because then we allow, a lot of times when we have high anxiety, we tend to get overwhelmed, and then when we're overwhelmed, we don't do things that we're supposed to do, or then we start procrastinating, and then we do other stuff to, maybe I need to wash all these dishes right now, but I really don't feel like washing dishes, but I'll fold this load of clothes because it's easier to do the load of clothes. Like, I don't mind to do that. So some wouldn't want to do that either, but just as an example. So a lot of times you got to catch yourself and not self-sabotage either. Like, when there's things that you need to work on. For instance, I need to work on, like, my budget. Instead of doing my budget, I really don't want to do the dishes, but I'm gonna go do the dishes because it's easier to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's those things. That's a live example. But anyway, using what you have, that is something that is encouraging me and empowering me here in 2022 this year, of getting businesses started, kicking things off the ground that maybe have been I've been pregnant with for a long time, that I just have not walked in. And when we keep having those things that we're supposed to walk in, it's things that keep coming up in our dreams, literal dreams, keep coming up in our minds, keep coming up in our visions. Those are things that are probably our purposes. They're probably our gifts. Those are things that we are supposed to be walking in. So write them down. Number one, write them down and figure out how to execute them. And don't sit and think about it. Don't ponder on it for so long. When you say execute it, just execute it. Literally, just do it. Nike that thing. Just do it. And because if we sit on things for too long, it's not saying to make an impulsive decision, but when we just sit on things, if you've ever noticed, I know this is how it works for me. If I've had a vision about something and I've thought too long about, this is what I want to do, but then I never start walking in it, God puts other people around me that end up doing the exact same thing, have the exact same vision to show me. I view it as He's showing me, see, this could have been you, but you decided to sleep on it. You decided to sit on it. So using what you have. Another thing is, a lot of times we have, so we feel like, I know this has been me for years, thinking that we can't do something because we don't have enough resources to do it. Whether that's money, whether that's business supplies, whether that's business cards, whether that's materials, whether that's whatever it is. Don't get caught up in that. We can get so caught up in that instead of focusing on using what we have. And a lot of times using what we have is just what's internally inside of us. Using what we have in that aspect. Pull out whatever it is you have, or thinking, oh, maybe I want this t-shirt to for a uniform to do. Maybe I'm a dog walker, which I am. I'm a dog walker, but before I can start dog walking, I want to wear the t-shirt that says I'm a dog walker. And then because I don't have that t-shirt yet, I'm not going to do dog walking because I want it to look a certain way. I want to present a certain way. All that stuff is good. At the same time, you have to use what you have and get started. We got to start small, start in small chunks, start in small pieces, and then the rest will come. God will provide. That's the other thing. If God put these things inside of you, and when I'm talking about God, my higher God is Jesus Christ. When God has put these things inside of you, He's going to give you everything you need to get through it. He's going to give you all the tools you need to get through it, to handle it, to work with it. He is the resource. Hallelujah. And he's gonna provide. Sometimes God just wants us to see the vision, catch the vision, and then move. And that's accepting the vision and just saying, I'm gonna just use whatever I had. That's being content with what God has blessed us with. But that's also a faith walk. That's showing that you are trusting that God gave you this vision, and you're trusting that you're gonna do. You're going to walk in what you feel God has showed you, and then He is going to come through and make the provisions. He's going to come through and bring the rest of the things that you need. So sometimes we just got to get started. Most times we got to just get started. And I know we hear the cliche of there's no better time than now, but that's so true. And everything I'm saying, y'all, this is speaking to myself because I'm literally coming from personal experience. Being stuck in those ruts of not doing what I'm supposed to do, not walking in my purpose. Like, this is probably a video I should have shared years ago, but it was in my spirit that I'm just gonna do it today. Okay, so be blessed, have a great day, talk to y'all later. Prayerfully, much more to come.